as we reopen the church for public mass on the weekends, you will notice that there is now a sign up for our weekend liturgies, our Sunday liturgies. The reason for this ultimately comes down to the limited space that we have. If we were at 100% like it used to be 12 weeks ago or whatever, that would be one thing. But we're not there right now. So to avoid having to tell people to go home at a certain point or to lock our doors so that no one can get in, I've made a schedule kind of like buying a ticket for a movie where you know exactly where your seat is going to be and that seat is going to be available for you when you get there. In this video that I have put together, I explain why this has needed to take place. Like I said, it's really something to benefit you and also something to help our volunteers so they can help you on the days that you do come here for Mass. So please watch the video so that you can understand why we have the sign up. It is another process that everyone has to go through, but in the end, I think it is going to make life easier for everyone. And my hope is that it is going to help you to have a prayerful experience when you get here, rather than spending all that time trying to find a space. So thank you for your patience and for your understanding as always. And please watch the video, and hopefully that sheds some light onto this brand new process. Thank you, and God bless you.
Greetings to all of our parishioners from St. Catherine's and from St. Mary's. This is Father Gao, and I'm putting together just a small video to explain the reason for the sign-up genie for Sunday Masses. And eventually, I think it will be adapted to weekday Masses, but for right now, Sunday Mass sign-up looks a little bit different than the weekday sign-up, and I'd like to explain why. Our weekdays, as you know, have been just 10 people, so that has not been a problem. But this coming Sunday, when we go to what is close to 30% capacity, that's a lot more than 10. So to make this easy on our ushers and our volunteers, and to make it easier for you, I came up with a system for everyone to sign up for their actual seat before they get here. So I want to walk you through the reasoning for this. The first reason is we want you to be able to come here and to pray and to worship and be with God. We don't want you to come here and get lost or frustrated about the system. And we want you to feel safe. We want you to feel comfortable being here and knowing exactly what it is that we have done to ensure that that can happen. I came up with this, like I said, to make it easier on everybody, because I think once people understand it, you can definitely socially distance and just go to the seat that you have chosen. Of course, the ushers will be here to help direct traffic. So, what did I do and why did I come up with this method on Sign Up Genie? So, as you can see, this is A6. This entire section here is section A. This is section B. So, you'll notice when you're signing up, there's sections A, B, C, and D. Here's a side note as well. I know Catholics like to sit in the same place. Since I've been a Catholic my whole life, I know I I always liked to sit in the same place too. I was always in the back, off to the right. In this time, though, where we are sacrificing a lot of different things, you're going to have to offer that up. We want you to find an available seat and get it, and to be able to get here for Mass. So let me explain why I came up with this idea. I'm going to use A6 here as an example. So the committee that I have, we started taping things off, we started measuring things, started like really just going 6 feet from everything so that everybody is socially distanced, right? You'll notice more when you get here. There are lanes that are taped on the floor. Everyone is going to be 6 feet away from everyone. Even every other pew, we left the every other one blocked off because that is 6 feet. So at the end of this pew, we measured from here to here. And that kind of takes into account the lane that we have. So measured that, and here's 6 feet. And going from here, we've got blue tape along the top of the pew. Now what this blue tape means, until it stops here, all of that is available seating. So this pew can, not this pew, but this section can hold up to 6 people. But here's why I came up with what I did. That pew can hold 6 people, yes, but what if 6 people don't show up to sit there? Let's just say a family of 4 sits there. Now, that space has been cut down from 6 to 4 people. So that's already adjusted the maximum capacity number just for one pew. Take that and multiply it by all of the pews that we have. This is to cut down potential confusion and to make it easier for our ushers to ensure that everyone who shows up actually has a place. For the sake of the ushers, and for your sake, that we're not scrambling to try and find a distance seat, this is what we've done. Another example, smaller section, A1. A1 is a small pew, so there's actually only 2 spaces for people to sit. So 2 different people. So 6 feet from here, we've got tape, and it's a lowercase a. So it's A1 lowercase a in the sign up, and that's just for one person. Because again, this is a really small pew, and we know that there are individuals that actually come to Mass. And yes, you'll be sitting up front, which is also something that most Catholics don't like to do, but that's just kind of how it's going to be. So you go over here 6 feet, and there's lowercase b. So person number 2 can sit here, and you'll see there's another pew socially distanced right behind it with the same type of scheme. So when going to the sign-up genie, just realize and kind of imagine that has been done to every single pew. And in every single pew, they are all distanced. There are arrows that will be guiding you, reminding you which way the traffic is. We have ushers who know about all of the different directions that we have placed in here. And we even have marked the areas that you should be walking. We will have check-ins at the front, so people can check your name, and they will confirm which section, which pew you're in. And then from there, you can go to those pews, which have been cleaned, by the way, before every Mass, so that you can come in here and have a moment to pray, to be able to attend Mass, and to safely go home so that you can do this again.